What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? Today, I've got a great conversation lined up with Seth Kaiser, diving deep into where this roster stands heading into the draft. From O-line shakeups to the wide receiver plan and even the running back room, we're keeping it real, blunt, and honest, and by the end of this, I think you're going to feel a lot better about 2025. Let's get into it. But first, how about those CFS? Cole. Alright Seth, let's start in the trenches. Chiefs surprised a lot of folks by franchise tagging Trey Smith, and maybe even more surprisingly, they traded Joe Thuney to ease that cap hit. They follow it up by signing Jalen Moore, the former 49ers backup for Trent Williams. What's your take on the O-line right now, pre-draft? Seth, yeah, it's clear Veach and Reed weren't going to roll with the same strategy they used in 2024. That year they drafted a high-upside guy in Kingsley Suamataia, hoping to develop him at left tackle. That didn't pan out. Instead of putting a Band-Aid on it again, like re-signing Donovan Smith, they went with Jalen Moore, who's more of a known commodity but still has some upside. He's not a rookie, he started around a dozen games, including multiple in a row, and he's played solid ball in limited reps. So now you're not swinging for the fences with a rookie or wasting cap space on a vet who's past his prime. Moore's pass protection. It's better than what they had in 2023 and 2024. If Suamataia can hold it down at left guard, this line could be better overall. Cole. So it's like they're shifting the problem from left tackle to left guard, and with Creed Humphrey anchoring the interior, that's more manageable? Seth. Exactly. They're raising the floor while giving themselves a shot at a higher ceiling. Cole. Back to Trey Smith. Tagging him made it clear they want to keep him around. Is this heading toward a long-term deal? Seth. I think so. Now, personally, I might have tried to extend Thuney instead. He's still an elite pass protector and not too old for a guard. But Trey's younger, still ascending, and has improved his technique every season. They're betting on that growth. It's risky. Guards are tough to pay top dollar unless they're elite, but between Trey and Creed, they clearly value keeping that core intact. If Suamataia even becomes an average guard, you're still looking at a net gain overall. Cole, real quick, if you like this kind of deep dive content, check out my second channel, Cole Breaks the Huddle. We cover league-wide NFL news with the same style and pace you're used to hear. Links in the description. Cole. Alright, let's shift to the WR room. They brought back Hollywood Brown, JuJu, and added Xavier Worthy. With Rashee Rice's situation still up in the air, what's your read on how this group is shaping up? Seth, there's definitely a plan here, and I get what they were going for last season. Let Kelsey take a step back, have Rice become WR1, bring in speed with Hollywood, and use Worthy to stretch the field. But the wheels fell off early. Brown got hurt, Rice got dinged up, and the left tackle spot turned into a disaster. It was triage mode all year. Now they're essentially running it back, but hoping for better health and execution. On paper, the offense can hit all three levels. Worthy deep, Hollywood intermediate, and Rice underneath. But that's the thing, it has to be more dynamic. They didn't use Hollywood like they could have in the playoffs. If they're bringing him back to do what he did in Arizona, awesome. But if it's the same limited role from January? Cole. Sounds like they're betting on continuity, but there's risk. Seth. Exactly. I still say draft a WR in the first 3 rounds, every year. You need that pipeline. Especially if you want Mahomes to have a real arsenal around him. Cole. Alright, RBs. Pacheco is another year removed from injury, Kareem Hunt's back, and they added Elijah Mitchell. What's your outlook on this group? Seth. Pacheco's 2024 was a step back, likely due to the ankle injury. His explosiveness wasn't quite there, and it showed his vision flaws more clearly when you compare him side by side with someone like Hunt, who has great vision even if he's lost a step. Mitchell's a fun swing, he's got burst when healthy, but that's a big if. If he's healthy, he could lead the room. But I still say draft a RB in the 3rd or 4th round. This is a deep class, and adding one more dynamic piece to the offense could really change things. Cole, I'm glad you said that. There's always that RBs don't matter talk, but a great one can elevate an already good offense, and that's what KC needs right now. Seth. Exactly. Barkley, Henry, they're not carrying bad teams. But when you've already got Mahomes and a solid WR core, that extra jolt can make a huge difference. Cole, so to sum it up, the Chiefs aren't just throwing darts here. There's a vision on the O-line. There's a WR plan. And there's a real shot to add juice at running back and still draft BPA across the board. If they execute it, this team could be scary in 2025. Seth, yep, last year they hit the floor of the plan. Now they're trying to hit the ceiling. Cole, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Which move has you the most hyped heading into the draft? And make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss more breakdowns like this. Catch y'all in the next one.